You tell them, Nee. Okay, you on Facebook now?
She normally don't. I normally don't get taken for the jokes too fast.
Right.
I normally compose myself when people try to joke me and different things like that. But when it comes to my watch, my ring and my watches, I done lost two Boulevard watches. Somebody stole one at the airport, the TSA people, and my other one I just cannot find. I just bought my Tilly and Twine African watch, and so my man is anywhere. It's not in my sight, in my person. I instantly become that ape that's about ready to fight 100 people. You feel me?
How the heck the TSA
Okay, you
thing?
ready to start the show, Elder?
I'm ready to start the show.
Like
I tell you,
15
I
minutes.
tell you, they stole me.
Okay,
Hey,
what?
good evening, everybody. This is your man, Elder Eli L. And I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of On Code. This is my co-host.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Sobo, the 11th Avenue Hobo. Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles. What's going down, partner? Eli L. Super duper movie star. I seen you on, you know what I mean? On,
I mean, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that, man. God is good, man. The Most High has been blessing us, man. We've been getting a lot of looks. People is feeling the name and everything. They feeling what we're doing. And before we go any further, I want to say welcome to our panel host, Julia Two Onion Rogers from the Mighty Mighty West Side class of 1972,
All
the
right.
ambassador class for the first Black National Caucus in the United States of America. What's up, Two Onion? How you doing,
Somebody,
Auntie?
Everybody, proud to be in that class.
I think,
Proud to been at the school in 1972 for that to happen. Yep, it was
but see,
an honor.
let's also say that the West Side Cougars were the ambassador of the 1972 Black Caucus. But
Right.
truthfully, all of the Gary High School graduating class that year
But
were
it didn't
the
happen at all
ambassadors.
the schools. It didn't happen at all the schools.
And even Roosevelt, Horseman, Lew Wallace,
Tobo,
Word, and
Tobo,
Emerson students were up there
Tobo, why you
also.
take the honor away
Helping
from my
to
class?
ambassador to,
Huh?
you said, you said
Why,
what now?
why you trying to take the honor away from my class 1972 where it eventually happened that for real?
Well, because somebody stole Sidney Poitier's
Oh my
radio that
God.
day. And
There you
I'm trying
go.
to make sure it wasn't West Side. So
Oh my,
I'm trying to help blame somebody else.
that's
Okay, go ahead, El.
one of them other, right, it's one of them other schools.
Send a shout out to my co-worker Goldie. Thank you for joining us, Goldie. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for dropping in and showing us some love.
Yep.
Thank you.
Y'all. So of course it was Mother's Day. So to all the mothers out there on Facebook land, we thank y'all for everything y'all done for us. Thank y'all for the sacrifices y'all made for us. Thank y'all for giving us birth and not aborting us. And thank
Me
y'all,
especially.
what I'm saying, I know for me and Sobo anyway, we gave our mothers
Flowers. That's
care and the women that stood in the gap for our mothers. And we appreciate y'all. And we
all
want
right.
to say thank y'all for everything y'all done for us on
Thank
behalf of
y'all.
On
Happy
Code.
Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yes.
Our honor, I'm telling you, boy, it was our honor. Yes, we turned out all right.
Happy Mother's Day,
Happy Mother's
Onion.
Day.
All right, thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
As long as you turned out all right, I'll take the credit for
I know that's right. And I
it.
also want to send a shout out, of course, like I said, to the women who stood in the gap,
Yeah,
who may not have any children, but they were mother figures and helping somebody out get over their hump. You know what I'm saying? We want number just a shoulder to cry on, some sage advice, or even just, some beans and rice from cold nights and their other family moms and had nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I said, we want to just thank all the mothers. And like I said, the first part of the show, I want to just, we could wait to the end, but I want to just, let everybody share some memorable stories of their mother and something their mothers did for them or for the family or the community. So that way they could see, just how important a mother is to the threshold, not just of the family, but of society as a whole.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Bo,
Yeah.
it's the two of us and one of my aunties today on the panel. I don't know if Goldie gonna want to say anything, but won't you go first and talk about your beautiful mother, man?
Rest in peace to my beautiful mother. Um, I ain't gonna say her name, of course. Rest
Y'all
in
gonna
peace.
slip.
My mother, you know, she she did the best she could, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She had to find out that, it wasn't all her DNA involved, and that's probably
Mm-hmm.
where problems came in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I'm gonna share a story. You
Go
know,
ahead and
I
share a
was
story,
in
man.
I was in a high school in Gary,
Uh-huh.
notorious Horace Mann High at the time.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And I was back talking my math teacher,
Mm-hmm.
or somewhere along the line. So the math teacher would kept, I don't know, I guess this was his style of teaching, try to penetrate, cut into, But
Mm-hmm.
on our side of 11th Avenue, don't ask me too many questions. You getting too nosy.
Right.
Now it's a whole
Right.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was back talking or whatever. Um, and so he ended up telling the dean of students, uh, and he called me to the office one day.
Mm-hmm.
Then they called my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go to his man, okay, elder.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is not elementary school. I
Yes, sir.
I just stole $1 from somebody's dice game earlier, walked about it at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
What a family.
she come up to the school, her, the teacher, and the dean. They in there. The dean pretty much say, SOBO 11th Avenue, Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles. This is what the dean said. He is being disobedient, or what you call it, uh, non-compliant, or whatever word he used. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, make a long story short, my mother told me to apologize to him. At the time, I was listening to a lot of Public Enemy and KRS-One, and I wasn't about to apologize to the man, Elder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Onion,
Yes.
all of the teachers at the man, or his man, were the man to me. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so she tells me to apologize, right, Onion? I
Right.
say, no way.
No
I'm
way.
apologizing to the man. No way. Let's
Right.
just
Mm-hmm.
call it. She said, no, you gonna apologize. Now it's me, her, the teacher, and the dean of students, and we in the office with
Mm-hmm.
the door. She proceeded to slap me again.
Okay.
Open hand. Smack. I'm kind of tearing up telling this story. Y'all can't tell, but it hurt real bad. Okay. Smack, smack, overhand, underhand. It looked like Venus and Serena was playing mixed double.
Oh no. Dang.
It was backhand, behind the back slaps.
Mm-mm.
But-
Mama didn't play.
behind the back slap me, Onion.
Mama.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In front of these people, and they did not call the police. This is a different time.
That's
That
right.
was obviously child abuse. Okay? Obviously, they did not call the police.
Doing child abuse, I'm with you, man.
Well, nothing
You
happened.
know what I'm saying? Well, obviously, I apologized to the man
There you go.
and went back to class, but not after I got slapped 27 times in a
26.
row.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
You said 2 times. Now you're talking about 27 times.
It was
No, you
27
missed the
times,
count.
and they
What?
should have called the police. But I love my mother.
Right.
Happy Mother's Day.
Right.
Rest in peace to my mom.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, there's a story. How about that one, Elder?
Wow.
That's beautiful, man.
Child abuse on a
That's beautiful.
grown child.
I got a couple like that too. So
Okay, cool, Onion.
my time.
That's so bold. He just celebrate his mom. And sometimes the Bible tells us that spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just imagine if she would have let that slide, how many more times that you didn't get caught or called on, how much more you probably would have acted a fool.
Right.
You feel?
Yeah.
Right.
And
And I
just
would.
knowing you, I know you
I
probably went
would.
outside and took it out for somebody else after school.
I mean, it was, nah, I wasn't nowhere near the school. I was way down by Chase Street sometimes. I don't know. It was one of my friends too, because, I couldn't really.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You sure don't. Sure didn't.
Yeah,
Nope.
those types
Hey,
of things, like I said, it was a different time, Onion,
Sure
when
what?
you
What?
could slap your kid,
Sure.
you know what I mean? And guess what?
What?
That story remained in their office for a very long time. Till I
Wow. Boy.
Now, I don't know if one of them told it. And if I find out that the dean told it, I'm mad at him. But because he should have called the police.
Uh-huh.
But nowadays, you got kids in high school shooting up the school and killing. Somebody needed to get slapped in the office. Think about, all of the Columbine and all of that. Somebody
yes, sir.
needed to be slapped in the office.
I want to say something to people online. Goldie, this your mom, Goldie?
Who, she got a picture of her mom on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Brianna.
But Goldie said, you don't tell your mother no. It wasn't about the teacher. It was about you telling your mama no.
Right.
And
Right.
then
Well,
Malcolm,
yeah.
Cheeks, he said,
He was there. He was in class. You know
he
what?
said you was there, Malcolm. She said she made you lose your memory.
You know what,
He
Chief?
said that's when
Feel like
teachers paddle kids too.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah. That
hey.
Brianna said, hey, Auntie Onion.
I know you.
Okay, Auntie Onion, go ahead. Tell us a story about your wonderful mother. And since grandma not here, neither your grandmother, because
Yeah.
they both was instrumental in your life,
My
And so I would like for you, come back around and share
Eloise
something.
Taylor, the matriarch of Ivanhoe Gardens Project, whatever they want to call it. Everybody came around to tell the household. They just love mama and daddy. What they call daddy? Jude. What they call pop? What they call him?
Mayor Tolly.
What they call Mr. T? Mr.
Yeah,
T.
Mr. T.
Yeah, so yeah, mama, yeah, but she didn't play either. But I one time when they was segregating Lew Wallace. So we would a lot of about 5 or 6 other black girls left, got on a bus, went out to Lew Wallace so we could, bum rush the white folks out there. That's what we did for real. That's what we was doing. And we went out there and then we came back on a bus. Somebody had told mama that I had left school, cut school to go out to Lew Wallace. So when I got off the bus at the office, she was right there. When I got off the bus, she slapped the hell out of me in front of everybody that was on the bus and everything else. So I didn't do nothing like that no more. So yeah, my mom was good at that slapping. She slapped me another time at church because I didn't want to go up to the teenager class. I didn't want to leave the young kids class and go upstairs. So I was refusing to go. And she came and she slapped me in the church. And I ran out the church. And I think Pastor Thomas had to come out there and get me from outside or whatever. So yeah, my mama, she didn't play, but everybody loved Miss Taylor, Mama Taylor. She was something else. But she didn't take no stuff, okay? And she lost her sight in the 70s. And she would hit you with a shoe, and the shoe never missed. I don't know how she could see to hit you, but she did it. So yeah, I miss her, but yeah, rest in peace, Mama. Yep. Everybody doing okay. And I'm thankful for that day because I turned out to be okay, so I'm thankful for that. Yep. So that's my story about my mama. Yep. Love your mama.
So far, it seems like everybody got stories of abuse from their mothers.
Yeah. That's what
you know what? Doggone right, man, was abuse. Oh. And you know what, Onion? You could elaborate further on the abuse. Just hitting you with the shoe. Like, did you get a scar on your head?
She hit me. She didn't hit. She hit other people. She hit other people with the shoe. She slapped me a couple times. Like you say, your mama slapped you. She slapped me a couple times. And I was dark skinned.
27 times, though.
I didn't bruise up my feelings, Wasn't none hurt my feelings. But, I shouldn't have got on no bus and went out there to Little Wild fight when they were segregating schools out there. But other than that, I'm good. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, Willie. That's what we remember the most about being slapped. Got some slap stories?
Well, of course, y'all know I was a little different.
Right.
My mom, she rest in peace to Lillian Gardner Bay, and as they called her, soul sister number one, while she was at Indiana Women's Prison, and what her more brothers called her soul sister. But of course, I got beat down because I had a smart mouth, and she would not allow me to cry. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was so mean for a long time, because my mama wouldn't allow me to cry. She felt like crying was some punk stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I couldn't cry. But one of the things, outside of her just chastising me, one of the things I loved the best about my mom was, we all love our moms. I'm not saying y'all did. I'm just saying the thing that stood out for me the most was when she did go to prison. She used to send us money, steal from prison. She used to, make us hats and kufjis and used to make us
blankets.
Every school we went to, she would make us a quilted blanket for every school from Tollerston to, Washington, Tollerston, and West Side.
Right.
Made me one for my birthday, you know what I'm saying? And made sweaters for me. I used to wear the sweaters to school, the knitted sweaters, like I was proud. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
But one of the things that she did that always stuck out my mind was that when she was in prison and they was mistreating the women prisoners, and they was going to the tailor shop. My mom worked in a tailor shop, so she set the tailor shop on fire.
Oh,
she set the tailor shop on fire and caused Indiana State Prison. Matter of fact, it was down here in Indianapolis. Matter of fact, the one in Indianapolis. She set it on. Was it Indianapolis or Westville? It might have been Westville. I think it was Westville.
Right.
She set it on fire.
Wow.
And when she set it on fire, that cost the state, at the time, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which would now equate to almost $1 million, to re-get it fixed and everything. But after she did that and scared the guards so bad, because that's one thing they're afraid of in prisons, are fires. Because even though the prisoners may be inside the prison, but the guards and the personnel that work there are stuck in the prisons with them. So with her doing that, it made the men prisoners over on the Westville side, they was like, hey, if they do that on the women's side, we got to do something just as extreme to get these people attention. So they revamped the whole program while she was up in Westville. I don't know how long it lasted, but from that time period, it changed the whole demographics of how they treated the prisoners. You understand what I'm saying? And And, she was on lockdown for a minute, but they couldn't prove who done it. And of course, they rounded up all the usual suspects. And, that's when they started calling my mama soul sister
Yeah.
after that event. You know what I'm saying? Because, she always, even since we've been little children, she had always been involved in Islamic faith. So it was just something that happened. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And when I did my vacation, one thing she always told me that, regardless of what you do, you got to stand on your words. You got to be a man or a woman. You can't fold. And when the people was on her trail, she always told me like, don't cower down to them. He gave me their heart to stand and look them in their eyeballs and be like, if they man or woman enough to say it to you, you be man or woman enough to address them back regardless of what the station they is in life. So that was the thing about my mama that always kept me on point. You know what I'm saying? Just that fierceness under pressure, not to fold under pressure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here. I thank the Most High that He put somebody like that in my life because, like Brianna just said, she didn't want me to be soft, but she let my nephews and my great nephews, they soft as butter though because she made them soft as butter. You
Uh-huh.
feel me? But she wouldn't allow me to be soft. So that was one of the things.
But she knew you was
Yeah,
going to step up to the plate and be the man of the family, so she couldn't have you soft.
yeah, my man, you're right. My man, Urban Dweller said she was a real rider, fam. Sound like a Sada Shakur. And then she said that's when Westville was. He said that's when Westville was co-ed. Yeah, it was
Right.
co-ed back then.
Yeah.
And you're right. She knew she's like you got to be the man of the family.
Right.
But
Right.
you being the man of the family. Like
Right.
granddaughter told us, the catching come before the hanging. They got to
Yeah.
catch you first, so do what you got to do. And like Grandma Taylor always said, you make it home to us first, and then we'll take it from there. You know what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying? So that's one thing about my mom that, for me, that maybe, like I said, I got punched and slapped down. And if I fell on the ground, she kicked me like, don't fall on the ground, because this is what they're going to do to you if you fall on the ground.
Uh-oh.
She never whooped me like Speedy said, she put them paws on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that just made me be, for a long time. Even now, I still get that mean streak sometimes, but for the most part, I try to smile and be happy. But
Yeah.
that's that. When you a woman raising a man, you have to. You can be motherly, but you can't be too motherly because you'll punk your son out. And
Right.
unfortunately, that's what a lot of women are doing today. They punking their sons out. They're
Uh-oh.
not letting their sons be boys. They're not letting them be men because especially now in this world, what these young boys dealing with, they got a lot to deal with.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Okay, Bree. Go ahead, Bree. Yeah, she was harder than Uncle Elvin. She told Uncle Elvin had to be hard.
Who? Oh, yeah. She showed did. And Joe probably too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she.
be like, nigga, what you running for? I ain't running the house. She's like, she lock the door. Get on back out there.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Mm-mm.
getting jumped on. These niggas bigger than me. I can't fight the whole family when you can learn a day. What's
Yeah.
up, Breezy for Cheesy?
Where Brianna go?
Hey y'all,
Hey,
What's up, baby?
how y'all doing?
he said we
All
tell
right.
had a story to tell about your mom.
Uh, I didn't really get a lot of whoopings like y'all or slap
Oh,
or
oh,
nothing like that. I was a good kid.
you was a
I
good.
just went to sleep, mind my business. So I don't really got no stories. Now,
Uh-oh.
Uncle Wooly mama, on the other hand, she choked me up a few times.
All right. Hey,
She didn't care.
grandma,
So,
grandma whooping.
right. So my grandma, but she ain't whooped me often either, just a few times.
Oh, okay.
My mom is amazing. I'm grateful and thankful for her.
Right. Yep. Yep. We are too. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing, Brianna?
Outside whooping them in volleyball.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hold
Oh, so they
on.
out
Say
there
hey
playing
to
volleyball instead of coming on there saying something about their mamas.
Uncle Willie said y'all playing volleyball. Y'all ain't saying nothing about y'all mama.
Who
There
is?
go Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Who
There
that?
go Carol and Man back there. Y'all probably can't see them.
Hey, Carolyn, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the sum of it, you know what I'm saying? And so many other mothers out there, Gary, and around the crib who just stood in the gap for us. You know, 'cause there's a lot of mamas out there that used to look out for us. You know what I'm saying? When things was going bad in the projects, you know, well, not just in the projects, but anywhere in the hood, you can go next door to your neighbor and be like, hey, can I borrow a loaf of bread? You know, can we get some hamburger meat or something? You know, blase Skippy, my mom will give it back to you or whatever.
Y'all
You know,
got bologna.
what you say, Sobo?
Then we got bologna.
Y'all got some bologna over there.
I know, and not just that thin bologna now, but that thick bologna with the
With the
ring
red
around it.
rind on it. Yeah, where you ate the red rind.
Oh, that
You were
government
so
cheese.
hungry, you
That government
scraped
cheese, right?
the red rind off the bologna off the red rind.
Yeah,
with your tooth.
that government cheese too. Remember the government cheese
Yes,
that y'all day? That she said hamburger meat. That government cheese, man.
yeah. Sobo.
Yeah.
They used to cut that hamburger, that bologna off that loaf. And I used to eat, like you said, the red ram pies and take that meat and eat that mug around that thing. Boy, I'm like, hey, you better pay attention. And God forbid, everybody heard who got some syrup then. You got some syrup, I got some bread. You can make us some syrup sandwiches.
Man.
You feel me?
We used to have that cheese, that government cheese, and that bologna y'all talking about with some crackers, boy. And we thought we was having the best dinner you could have in the world.
What you telling? Only thing I didn't want them giving me was no spam though. I ain't like that.
Syrup sandwich. Yeah.
I ain't like that spam. They like, we got the spam, little Willie. I'm like, thank you. I give the one definition, but I don't want no spam.
Yeah, I didn't like spam either, but they got the Aldi's had luncheon meat that was real good, but I don't think they got it no more. But
that potty meat. That potty meat.
Not potty meat. It was called luncheon meat. It was in a can just like spam. But that was
about that potty meat.
Oh yeah.
And that I wouldn't eat that. I wouldn't get to my dog right now, but as a kid, I love that. I love that potty meat.
What about Goldie? You said she put a picture of her mom on Facebook?
I don't know, was that your mom, Goldie, or who was that, your mom?
She said paper food stamps. That's right.
Yeah, paper food. That was your mom. Your mom was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is my coworker, y'all. This my girl.
Oh, hey, go.
Jenny, you know, she got that Goldie, but this one of my coworkers right here.
But I'm not sure yet.
Goldie.
She said that paper food stamp. Yeah, boy. I used to stand in that line down there on 8th and Broadway, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I had that on there. Do that, though, boy.
Hey.
Yeah. My mom will get everything generic too.
No.
Right.
Who remember the meat truck that used to be behind the welfare office on Broadway?
Come on now. Yes. Hey, hold it, go ahead. You want to say something about your mom?
Goldie
had the best meat.
So, well, it's Goldie's turn.
Hey, Goldie, you want to say something about your mom?
I was just gonna say, yeah. Raised up on welfare and everything. My mom will get everything generic too. But my mama didn't whoop me a lot, but when I got to junior high, I don't know, for some reason I was just always getting in trouble. Just the class clown.
Right.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Just terrible. And I get, how it go. Teachers keep calling your mama, that is not the right thing to do. Your mama trying to work, or if she don't work, and, school keep calling because your child, out of all the kids in school, is her child, right? So she told me. I kept getting suspended, and if she wasn't working, I could see her being ticked off because, like, I'm gonna need you to be at school, not in my space. And if she was working, then now you at home when you need to be at school. So she was ticked off after a couple suspensions. So one time she told me, she said, "Don't get suspended no more. You get suspended, I'm beating your ass." Basically. Went straight to school and got suspended, y'all. Boy, homegirl was up in a tree. I climbed up in a tree in front of my apartments. Y'all was praying to God. Never talked to God before. Trying to have a relationship with God now. Yeah, I was praying that butt whooping didn't come. She lit me up.
Man. And they take them switches off them trees and stuff. And I used to put on a whole bunch of clothes Cause my mama said, when your daddy come home from work, he going to get you. So I put on 3 or 4 outfits and they made me take them all off.
Oh my goodness. My mom only whooped me a handful of times. My auntie gave me more whoopings than anybody. But yeah, that's a picture of my mother.
Okay.
I'll meet her again in the kingdom.
All right, I'll wait.
Amen.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. But like I was saying, man, I appreciate y'all sharing y'all, wonderful stories about y'all moms. And because without our moms in our lives, ain't no telling where we probably be. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
mean, I know everybody got their hardships and everything we're going through, but I know it could be a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? Because our mom, even though some of them they was rough, but just look at the environment which we lived in. They had to be rough to prepare us for what was about to happen or what
Amen.
was happening. And
Amen.
right now, unfortunately, the children now, they have hardships because of you know, the environment they living in and all the different things, the music and the atmosphere, which we gang bang and all that kind of stuff too, but it's not to the same level as these little kids doing it. And also most of these kids aren't there's no I'm not saying that people was, dying over money and stuff back in the days because it was still feeding the devil's engine, but now these kids killing each other over, I mean, really over nothing. So it's imperative that these mothers and these fathers need to get in these kids' lives, you know what I'm saying, and make something shake because right now, they trying to stack the deck against us. I mean, to the utmost, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta stand the line, y'all, and make sure we be on our young ones' trail, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but for those who don't want to listen, sometimes you gotta let them fall by the wayside. You feel me? That's just the bottom line, because it's time out right now for trying to be your kids' friends. You know what I'm saying? This is not the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is most definitely not the time. So, Bo, what
Yo,
you want? What's on your mind, baby?
oh man, we still
Be careful.
trying to figure out what's going on. With the podcast on code. LD Lyell informed me we going to a new format or something. I have no idea what that is, but he gonna keep everybody posted. I gotta shout out my people, you know what I mean? But helping me out right now. You know what I mean? Everybody out
Mm-hmm.
there and getting everybody, if your mother here or not, you know what I'm saying? If your mother's with God or if your mother's in the physical here with you, I hope your mother had a happy Mother's Day. And that's across America too, but especially my people from Gary. I'm proud of all of the mothers from Gary because I'm proud of all the people who y'all put out here. And that's real talk. Um Also, Elder, just the same old, grinding.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, my brother. Most definitely. Man, I was supposed to send this video to the real deal earlier, and I messed around, man, and got busy because me and April was trying to look at some
Oh, but hold
houses.
on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off. You gotta big you up, Elder. We gotta blow you up.
Okay, for
Convo.
what?
Say the name of the show that you
Oh,
was just
Combo with Fino.
Casino. See,
Yes, sir.
hey, Casino. LD Lyell was on Convo with Cino. Cino, y'all homie, everybody homie. I wonder if he was at Horseman that day my mother slapped him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Came out
He
two
may
years
have been.
behind you.
Huh?
He came out 2 years behind you.
So he was definitely there. So,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? And Cheeks, you're my guy. You my boy. You my dude. But I consider every student there a co-conspirator to child abuse. This day. Onion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The day after Mother's Day.
Mm.
But Elder was on Convo with Sino. It was a great interview. I think it ought to win like a Golden Globe or something like that. You know.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man.
It still was good. Yeah, she said you still angry with your mother about slapping you. Yeah, I've been for my mother slapped me a couple times, but sorry. You still
I
angry?
love my mom.
Oh, that's Goldie cutting up over there. No, he ain't angry no more. He angry for whoever might.
I'm going with Sino. And some of the
Yes,
stuff y'all was talking about, you know what I mean? And how did that feel, Elder?
Yeah,
well, man,
that was
honestly, fam, it felt real good because my whole thing was going on there, and what he wanted to do was to showcase y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, man, I want you to talk. He led on to like, tell us about your podcast, tell us what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I discussed all the dynamics of the podcast, every individual, even though I didn't say Big Brother Zach name, and I apologize, Big Brother Zach, because I was just so, he only do his for an hour. Well, our format is for 2 hours. So I was trying to hurry to get it all in, but he gave me an opportunity, man, to talk about the podcast and talk about the different business ventures that we have and everything and what we got going on. And he gave some great advice off the camera after it was over with. And my man Malcolm Cheeks, a lot of brothers, man, just been giving us good advice, man, and based on the different things my mentor told us a long time ago. So, but we talked about this. But we need to
Yeah,
get on StreamYard. I've been procrastinating, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, and I apologize, y'all, but we got to get the StreamYard so that way we could broadcast it to more different people. And I've been looking on the federal tax paperwork and all that kind of stuff to try to make sure that we're in the class by ourselves as far as our namesake and everything is concerned. But
mm.
man, we had a
look,
good conversation,
shout out
man.
to you, Elder. You know, okay. All right. Shout
My
out to
man,
you. You taking it to the next level. You know, you taking us to the next level. You know what
I
I'm
appreciate you,
saying?
my brother. I appreciate you.
Shout out Cino. You know what I'm saying? And I Cino, I deal with some of your dudes. Okay. Cheeks will tell you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, most definitely, most
we,
definitely.
we family, even though we family. You know what I
I,
mean?
I told him
Uh,
you, I told him you probably know you.
yeah. And so Elder, it's all good. What up, Zach? My guy, really, my guy. You shouted
Hey,
out Sin City. And did you shout out Zach? We
from
shouted
Sin
out
City,
Zach.
I shout out everybody. Zach, uh,
I'm talking about
uh,
all Zach.
no, that's
He
why I say I made the
ain't
mistake and I
been
didn't say his
on the
name.
show in a while. Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
why I say I made the mistake because I was rushing, trying to get everything in my head, man. Because I was looking because he got a
It's all
timer,
good.
I
and I'm
thought you
looking at the
did.
timer, and
I thought you did call him out.
I called the other Zach out. Then I said Zach again, but I got tongue tied and messed it up. So I meant that Zach and that Zach, but I messed it up.
Oh, okay. Well, you forgiven.
But I want to welcome too. Also, he listed on Facebook. My man, Real Deal. Daryl Brown. In case y'all don't know him, he's the poet laureate for Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all probably seen him on Facebook, seen him around town, and he do a lot of shows in the city and in Chicago and everywhere else. But he's listening in, and like I told you so, but we're gonna try to bring him onto the show. In a couple weeks or so, whatever. He's running for the Poet of the Year again. I think he won, I think like 7 to 8, 9 times in a row. So we're gonna have him come on the show, man. He's a Gary legend and he's doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have him come on the show one of these days and chop it up with us, man, so he can, spit some of his wisdom and some of his poetry and everything, man. So when you think of Rudy Ray Moore and all them cats, that type of verbiage ain't went away, that type of poetry ain't went away. And my man, the Real Deal, is gonna show y'all how it's going down the Gary way. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what he's doing though, man. But and also Sobo, your people came on the show a couple weeks ago when you wasn't here, right? And he gave up his secret identity, fam. Did he tell you?
No, he didn't.
And Paul was like, I know who he is.
Oh, right. Who is
Paul
he?
said, I know exactly who he is. But I also want to send a shout out to my man Paul, man. You know, he lost his mom. His mother passed away right before Mother's Day, I think last week.
Yeah.
Verlene told me what happened and, that she had passed and everything. So I sent our condolences and everything, man. So hopefully I'll be going down to Gary for the home going. It's going to be next Saturday. I forgot exactly where, but I'll let you know, Sobo.
Yeah.
Now I posted on my page. I remember, the matter of fact, let me look and see so I can show y'all again because I posted on the page.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I be praying for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I talk about his mom, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't
My
see it.
condolences to Paul and your family, Paul, my brother.
It's on your page.
Sorry about the loss.
It's on your
I'm very sorry about
yeah.
your loss.
I believe it's on my page, and I think on the West Side page. I'm not sure. I know I put it on the West Side page. I'll
Oh,
have to look again. And
okay.
also, we got another young man by the name of Kwame. Him and my stepdaughter, my new daughter, they're dating, their friends and everything. But he's from New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
And me and him ran to each other, and he's actually a teacher down here. I believe at Ivy Tech, one of the high schools where he teach electronics and radio, TV, and all that kind of stuff, right? And he gonna help me to get a lot of this broadcast and stuff together too, Sobo. Not only with the on code, but also with the church as well. You feel me? So we getting some good reaches, man, and we doing some good things. And like I said, man, we gonna it's only gonna get better, fam. And then also I got Sobo, I got another thing too. We got to interview the brother, man, that was that was falsely incarcerated for something he didn't do. And this is one of his masks that he had called I Am. So we're gonna go ahead, man, and interview him. But I gotta go to his house to interview him because of the restrictions that he has on his probation and parole and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and interview him, man, and we're gonna kick it, man. And just like I said, man, we just spreading the word, man. Just trying to be on code, family. You feel me? And make sure everybody get a chance to, to stay on code. And for those who want to get a message out, they're gonna get it out. Go ahead, fam.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How you moving around space so fast?
Yeah.
Man, I exist simultaneously on 9 planets, so it's saying my gangster brains, I destroy any and everything that uses your name in
Oh,
vain.
God. He doing all that. I don't know what he just said. You hear what
But
he
how
said?
you moving around space so fast without an astronaut suit?
Him sober what he said?
Okay. The best way I can tell you is this, man. I've been space age ever since my old man gave my old girl's rib cage. And I feel my righteous rages. I disintegrate these Neanderthals. I'm the king of civilization, but right now my back is against the wall. But it's my fault because I talked about the balls they fall, brought up them caves and talking about aggressive behaves. But in the back of their mind, they was plotting on making me a slave. That's okay. That's all right. Because I done peeped the writings on the wall and say before the end of time, my folks gonna run it all. So go ahead, your God complex. I'm that vet that brought you all religious texts from the Torah to the Quran to the gospel so you can follow my steps on the hollow ground. But they went underground, they secret societies, trying to nab my true faculties, spitting straight blasphemy, scared of my clairvoyancy, because my buoyancy is deeper than Atlantis. I'm like a praying mantis when I pray to the east. So hallelujah, ahaya, Asher, ahaya, the great I am that I am. Said I am Eli El, Ben Solomon Yahuda. I used to be an Avno Mafia shooter, now I'm a Judean ruler.
Wow.
Everybody want to be folks, lords. Everybody want to be kings, moles. Everybody want to be queens, prince. That's it, man. That's how I'm moving around, fam.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know you.
Okay, now it makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. You just gotta keep up, baby.
Dang, I didn't know. I didn't know he do all that. I'm just an auntie. I didn't know
I
nothing.
didn't know either. Now I know how he moving around space so
Right
fast.
now, he just done told you now. So now,
Auntie, you didn't change some of my shows before. Hey, but
what?
check this out, y'all. I want to switch gears for a minute and talk about something that's been jumping off, right?
Right.
You know, um, Of course, I'm sure all y'all been reading the news. Y'all been hearing everything been going down. But the first thing I want to talk about before it get too late is the brother Rodney Hilton Jr. And in case y'all don't know who Rodney Hilton Jr. is, that is the man whose son was tragically murdered by a police officer. And for running from the police, they was allegedly in a stolen car. And within 6 seconds, them boys trying to run, the police gunned them down and killed them. And so the young man's father went and saw the video footage of what happened. And after he saw the video footage of what happened, he went out and he executed the first police he saw on the streets with his car, ran the police over. And
that's why he killed him.
That's why he killed him. Because
no, I mean, I thought he shot some. I thought he shot him. He ran the police over.
He ran the police over, and I believe he smashed him up with his car up against a tree or something. But he ran him over.
Oh wow!
And once that happened, you know, they on his first quarter hearing, you know, they had the courtroom packed with police trying to intimidate Mr. Hilton. And Mr. Hilton, he walked past every last one of them and held his head up high and looked them all in the eye and didn't back down and was you know, holding his ground, you know what I'm saying? And of course there's been a big outrage about it, you know, from both sides of the fence. And you know, whereas we on Come Cold, we don't outright justify any violence on anybody. But there comes a point in time, just like every other civilization on this planet Earth, when they said enough is enough. Now, for me, this incident is going to be a watershed moment, just like the young man. Oh man, I'm confused. Forgive me, sir.
What is
What's the young man? What's the young man that got killed in Florida? Trayvon Martin.
Oh, Trayvon Martin.
Just like when Trayvon Martin got killed, or just like when Emmett Till got killed back in the days, that was a watershed moment for everybody saying enough is enough. And just like when Emmett Till got murdered, I mean, not Emmett Till, but just like when Trayvon Martin got murdered, then it went to George Floyd. And in between that time, and a young man, Sean, down here in Indianapolis. And in between that time, it was, you know, it was revolution across the board. You feel me? And even when they started killing Fred Hampton and everybody else, it was a watershed moment. And when that man ran him over, a little while after that, his family tried to come to the next court hearing. The police kicked the family out of the court hearing, but at this time it was way more police there. And the brother was snapping off, was like, no, I want my brother to see me. He needs to see me in here. You know what I'm saying? You know, they trying to intimidate my brother, so he going off. And this black officer lady and this other white officer man was trying to talk to him, while the other police kind of wanted to put their hands on him. But she kind of calmed him down a little bit. And she's like, brother, please trust me. I understand where you're coming from, but please don't do this with your family here, with these, you know, with your these women here. Don't do this because they just itching for a reason to do something to somebody else in y'all family. You feel me? And that, for me, just watching that, I understand where that man is coming from. The man, the father, and the brother. But unfortunately, they got a Sambo daddy. A Sambo daddy who is siding with the police and saying that, you know, they was wrong, they should have done that and this and that, whatever, but still not saying that the police was wrong, but saying his own son and grandson was wrong for bucking at the police and for getting killed. Now, and his verbiage sounded so rehearsed, like the police had him say what they wanted to say. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't, for violence sakes, I don't I don't like violence for violence sake. But unfortunately, sometimes violence is the only thing that some people know and some people respect. You understand what I'm saying? They don't respect the people who don't fight back. They don't respect nobody who say enough is enough. Now, there's always been resistance within our community. They always want to show you the passive resistance, and I always want to show you that the fact that they think that we as a people never fall back for our rights. There are different type of ways to fight back. But for every non-violent person that there was 10 violent people that fought back and stood their ground. Not for the sake of violence sake itself, but for the sake of defending themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So me just watching this and seeing this, I applaud that brother. I salute that brother and his family members and his daddy, that coward. That coward. People like him and everybody else need to get out the way. And for all these police, unfortunately, that man that got ran over, he had nothing to do with what them police did to that has to do with that young man getting killed. Right. And it's always the people who didn't have nothing to do with nothing that get caught up in the mix. Yeah. So I hate the fact that that man had to be the receiver of that gentleman's so-called justice. But at the same time, you know, they do what they do. They become cowards and hide behind the blue shield and leave their other brothers and sisters out there to get dealt with. I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead, so what you got to say, man?
I don't want to say nothing.
Okay, I thought you wanted to say something. I didn't want to keep rambling on. What's up, big brother Zach? How you doing, baby?
What up, Zach?
You know, man, and like you said, Zach said an eye for an eye. And he said, oh, I like that. You know, and unfortunately, you know, somebody said they try to bait us into a race war. And then another gentleman replied, we have been in the race war for the last 500 years. Matter of fact, we've been in the race war ever since they got rid of Moors in Spain, the Hebrews in Europe, and kicked us about it and about Egypt and everywhere else. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. It's just televised. You understand what I'm saying? This is nothing new. Nothing new. And like I said, I don't want to advocate violence for violence sake. Okay. But when the violent only understand violence, you have, and they say, Dr. King, I believe he said, if we both what did he say? If you pluck out my eye, we'll both walk around blind or something like that. I forgot the exact quote. I don't want to misquote it, but you know, like my girl, she said, "Thou shalt not murder." Yes, thou shalt not kill. But I do know the Most High said, you know, people get it twisted when they say in the Bible, when Yahshua said, "Turn the other cheek." That was not, when he said turn the other cheek, you got to understand the dynamics of what it meant back then. When somebody slapped you, a pimp slapped you back in the days, they had to come from this way and slap you inside your cheek. When they say turn the other cheek, then they would have to come with their left hand and slap you across the other side of your cheek. Now, your left hand was the hand that most people wipe themselves with. So for that was an outward showing of rebellion, saying that you're less than shit because you use your left hand, which you wipe your defecation up with, to put it up on somebody's face. And that in itself was a form of resistance and a form of rebellion. But when people see that Bible verse, they don't truly understand what the word is saying there. They only go for like, oh, my God, don't teach me to turn the other cheek. No, he wasn't doing it. That was a form of rebellion. But once you understand the dynamics of what that meant, then you'll have a better understanding of why he said that. Because that will show everybody else around you, if you're supposed to be such a godly person or a person of such a high stature, and you have to use your hand that you defecated with, you was less than SHIT yourself.
Okay.
You know, I'm just saying. I just had to give a biblical reference of why people say certain things, Auntie, and why people take the word out the wrong way. But go ahead. What you want to say?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, you said okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know how many times I done told you about political and religious conversations on your podcast or anywhere.
Auntie,
Because somebody, what you saying, somebody else ain't agreeing with.
that's fine.
So I mean, you know, you know, because I always heard about turn the other cheek. Now you done gave a whole different meaning to turn the other cheek. I never knew
That's
that.
what it means.
I
That's
never
what
knew
turning the cheek means.
I never knew about the left hand you wipe your butt with. I never knew all these things you're saying right now.
That's why I'm teaching you. That's why it's not political. It's a
I
teaching
don't want to.
moment.
I don't need no teacher.
Yes, you do.
I don't want no school.
What you want?
I can go back and get my degree if I want to go back to school. Leave me alone.
Wake up, woke, and awaken. I still need your verse. I still need your thing for my book.
I told you my daughter and my sister got my back. I don't got nothing to say. I put it in a dictionary and looked it up in a dictionary, and it said it was an African American thing from Africa. Man, that's all I know. But I really don't know nothing about it. I just hear the Republicans saying it, but I know it didn't come from them. I know it came from black, but back in but I don't know. So I can't give you no paragraph.
It goes further back than that, Auntie, but we're going to talk about that, though, when I finish writing the book. Zach wrote some. Verlene wrote some. Oh, man, Verlene wrote some fire, too. I ain't going to lie.
Sharice and Glenn's thing was real nice, too.
They wrote some. Everybody wrote some. I'm going to need some from you, too.
Well, just
Brother
say
Zach wrote some. Sobo, I need yours as well. My man Urban Dweller wrote some.
Yeah, just say Auntie Onion love you. Okay, that's woke enough for me.
Okay. Okay, right. Now we're going to get back to something else.
Yeah, please.
This is from the Business Insider. And we talked about this on the show about 2 months ago, Auntie.
Okay, what's that?
Mr. Farrakhan said about 7 to 8 years ago that America is for sale, buying it up. And with that being said, President Trump, according to the Insider, issued something called the Gold Card Immigration.
Yeah.
Where you, as an immigrant, could bag your American residency for $5 million.
Right. I saw that.
And you don't have to have a business or anything.
Right.
You feel me? But you can buy for $5 million to get it to become your Indiana residency. I mean, American residency.
Right.
Now that program replaced the EB-5 immigration visa.
Yeah.
Now the EB-5 immigration visa law back in the day said that a non-American citizen could get a visa to start a business in America for $800,000 to $1.5 million, but they had to start a business that was going to further growth within America. President Trump said, "You don't got to do none of that. Just give me the $5 million and you in here."
Right. What?
But the thing is, according to the Business Insider, which is a legitimate news source, they said that he's mostly trying to let the Russian billionaires who are Putin people get residency in America and bypass all the background checks, all the other kind of stuff to come in and set up shop in America. And he also saying that on top of that, he said that they're gonna let South Africans come to America, and we talked about this before.
They already here. He done brought them in.
Right, he done brought them in because they're being murdered in South Africa.
The white folks, the white
folks, right. So one of the reporters asked President Trump, "Well, but that's the same thing you said that the people from Sudan and Ethiopia and all them other basically African countries that's trying to come over here for the same reasons,
right?
And they're getting slaughtered by the hundreds of thousands. but they're not allowed to come, but you allow these South Africans to come, well, maybe only 1 or 2 got killed.
Yeah. Well,
So the hypocrisy,
that's
you say
because
don't talk about.
his boy Elon Musk was born over there.
Right.
That's what that's all about. He bringing Elon Musk white folks over here. Yeah, but they already here. I think they flew in today or yesterday or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess they paid. What did they pay money? He just let them in. Yeah, I don't even think they had to pay no money. I don't think. I ain't sure. You're trying to follow that fool, but I, can't.
Right.
We do.
My man said that's why Russia was one of the countries with no tariffs.
Hmm.
And speaking of Russia, Ibrahim Traoré, which is the ruler of Burkina Faso, which is the African country over there that just kicked out to France, he has met with Russia and China in Russia. This is the first time that an African ruler has met with them as an equal and not a servant.
Hmm.
And I put that on my Facebook page, like, all right, America, don't be on the wrong side of history. But they're already putting themselves or putting us on the wrong side of history. Because Trump don't realize that he's being played in the middle like a fiddle.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But he don't care. His whole thought process is, long as I can get my hand on some loot.
Right.
You feel me?
That's what they say about the Republican congressman. The reason they letting him walk all over them like that, because Congress supposed to have the purse string. They supposed to be approving all the money thing, but he ain't asking them nothing. He doing everything on his own. And they saying the reason these Republican congressmen and senators is letting it go because they land in their pockets. They land in their pockets with some of the money or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess. It's just a mess, but that's all right. That's all right. It ain't gonna keep on. It ain't gonna keep happening. So that man can't keep on getting away with all this kind of stuff. This ain't right. This ain't right. He breaking too many laws. He breaking too many laws. Too many laws. Now he tell me jet from Qatar or whatever. It's just a mess. I can't keep.
Now this is something that the Minister Farrakhan said back in 2020 when Trump became the president, and my pastor said this, and a few other pastors and people in power said this, right? They said that what Trump is doing is going to force Black people to be reliant on themselves. They're not to be reliant on the government anymore. But we all do know that when we as a people rely on ourselves and segregate ourselves and how we start to prosper, they always come into our towns either through highways and use the highways to separate the towns and cities to disrupt the Black wealth, or they come in and destroy it through either drugs or through violence.
Yeah, they don't plan on
aggressive laws to start arresting everybody.
Yeah, they don't want to let us have nothing. They don't, they determined not to let us have nothing, even if we used to try to get it. I don't know.
That's okay.
I just that stuff gonna play out pretty soon. God in control, and that's gonna run out. Somebody gonna stand up to his butt.
It ain't that when somebody comes to him, he's going to get. It's going to be a celestial event that's going to cause him and his kind to fall, because we are the majority of the planet Earth. You can never wipe us all out, regardless of what they're doing. And even in Japan, I know Brother Zach talked about this a while ago, about a year ago. Now they're even getting bold in Japan because Japan aren't reproducing as much, and they want Black men to come back over there to Japan and start fathering their children. They offering Black men $75,000 to come to Japan and have children with the Japanese women.
I heard about that. You mean they actually want
5,000 a child?
They want them to mix the race up like that?
See, that's what you have to get rid of, Auntie. The Asian population, and we talked about this on the podcast before. The Asian population are variants of they core DNA come from black people. There are still black Chinese and black Filipinos, black all of them. You feel me? They're all black. They have black DNA. They had a scientist in China that went around all the Chinese provinces and took DNA samples, and they all came back with African base DNA of African descent.
Wow.
So all they're doing, just like a lot of these white people, they know that our melanin and our bloodline is what's going to sustain them as a race. That's why they stopped the abortion and all that kind of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they stopped the abortions, and because Zach talked about this before. Yeah, Malcolm, 75,000, baby. Yeah, 75,000. They offered 75,000 for people to go over there and have babies with the Japanese women.
Wow.
Because they, just like in Asia, that's why they're trying to stop all them other ethnic groups from coming into Europe, because they're not reproducing enough. So, I said I was going to ask my wife permission to go be a test tube daddy.
God.
She hasn't asked me back yet.
If you don't leave alone, if you don't leave my niece alone.
Hold on.
If you don't leave her,
you trying to tell me, Elder,
he ain't talking about nothing.
Bruce Lee was a moolie.
He was a moolie more. Top. They was the top people. Ain't that what it is, Brother Zach? The top people. Yes, they were black. In the Filipinos, they got them up in the mountains now. They call them hills people. In the Filipinos, China, they got festivals in China every year where they honor their black ancestors. The leprechauns were black people.
Why they don't got a butt?
You say what?
Why them Filipino girls don't got no butt?
When you go now, that's some of them. A lot of leprechauns, real talk. The original leprechauns, when you look at the historical content of the leprechauns, they got butts so bold. Them just the ones you been seeing. When you go over there, you'd be surprised. When you go over their country, you be like, hold on. Them Arab chicks, them Indians, them Sri Lankans. Hey fam, I've been overseas. And I just seen some that looked like some chicks that was here in America, but they was just, was Asian. But their whole demographics was that of a black person that I knew. And Zach said there's only one race, the human race. Yes, there is only one race, and we are hold a minute though, Zach. But you gotta realize too, bro, through DNA, there's only one race, the human race, but through DNA, and there's no shame to nobody, this is through DNA. People that has the pure white gene has, I think, 3 to 5% Neanderthal in them. And then they have the other percentage that comes from our lineage and others. You feel me? The pure now, and none of us on this planet, for the most part, too many pure people left. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, our DNA is the purest thing that you're gonna get. Yeah, we came first. But I was gonna say something. Yeah, but the leprechauns, they called the top people Goldie. They were the ones who first mapped the solar system, and they went up into, because the Irish people, the Italians, all of them, the original, when you go back, when they say Tuscan, you see Tuscan pizza and Tuscan sauce, the Tuscans was the first Italians. They were black people. That's why, especially a lot of people in the Mediterranean area, that around their horn, they all have sickle cell trait because it's in the blood. It comes from the African part of their blood. It comes from the melanated part of their blood. You feel me? But
Oh, that's why.
huh?
Wait, you talking about the Italian?
Yeah. The Italians, well, Hannibal as well. Hannibal
Huh?
as well. Huh?
Sicilian.
Yeah, Sicilians, but even before the Sicilians came about because of Hannibal. And when they came over and took over Italy for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And what people fail to realize is that Spartacus and Alexander the Great, all of them were black people as well. But once you go, you got to do the history. And old girl, they got a movie about the other chicks when you come further in history. Charlotte, I think it's her name, one of the queens of England back in the day, Charlotte, which was King George. I mean, not King George, but King James' daughter or something like that. She was mixed. She was black, and and that's why Queen Elizabeth said when her grandson married old girl, they was kind of mad because they had spent all them generations of trying to get what they call blue bloods, and that was to try to whiten out the black ancestry out their bloodline, but they can't do it. I gotta plug my computer up. Hold on.
So Jackie Chan is black.
I don't know. I'm lost.
Yeah,
It kind of makes sense.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because you remember Onion, the girl who was on Soul Train, the little Japanese chick with the long hair.
Long time ago, yeah.
Remember her? She was on Soul Train.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why she was on Soul Train. Now I know, because she was black.
Wow.
She had the smallest butt on Soul Train.
Right. Goldie got Joe.
They call the twat people.
Who said love?
Yeah, they love fried chicken. You see how they cook their fried chicken in the Chinese restaurants and the Korean barbecue and all that stuff like that? I'm telling you. You've been over there before. And some of them Sri Lankan women, they are some of the most beautiful, blackest women I ever seen in my life with jet black long hair. And it's just like, I was like, where you come from? That's what I asked. Maybe I saw a black person in another country. I'm like, where you come from? They said, I was born here. My people, we from here. You know what I'm saying? Just like my grandfather told me, he's like, everybody black in America didn't come from Africa. Some of us was already here.
Right.
Hey, Zach, check this out. Check this out, Sobo. I got these books. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
No, you got to bag up.
Oh, dang. What happened to it? Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Say something. I can't see you.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, it's on there now, but if you move, it's going to be.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Okay. Getting in and out, you like,
why I keep
because you out of space.
I'm out of space.
It was on there.
Let me take a look at my background.
No. You can see it.
No, I'm gonna take my background away so y'all can see it. Okay, I'm back to reality. I'm back on Earth.
You get back quick, Elder.
Hey man, you know I exist simultaneously on 9 planes. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's one of the books I got. This got an introduction by John Henry Clark. And this is by Joseph Ben what's his name? Johannan.
Sure.
Zach, I know you're probably like this. And I got another one I just got. This is a trilogy. It's 3 to this.
I know you didn't get that from the Salvation, wherever you be going Goodwill.
No, I got these. I ordered these, but they had some, but I didn't get them.
Oh.
The man right here.
Huh.
So what you know about him, and this is another book he got.
Who is that?
Joseph Ben Johanan.
Wait a minute, Yusef Ben what?
I'm gonna say I heard of Yusef before.
You know him.
I heard
Yeah, I can't see the words, that's all, Elder.
Can't see him now?
No.
the words up under. You mean the red writing up under there?
Because I ain't got my glasses on.
Oh, what they say that then?
You ain't talking about writing on the page, I know.
It's another book I got too. Now I got this one from the Goodwill. It's called Stamped from the Beginning. They got this, a documentary of this, I believe, on either on Tubi or Netflix. Y'all check it out, Sobo. It's called Stamped from the Beginning.
Yeah.
I got this from Goodwill for $5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just bought this one too.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get my stuff together for when I write my book. I don't want to just write it from emotions. I want to write it from also a literary point of view that has scholarly input. You understand what I'm saying? Then I got this one.
That's a book.
Yeah, it's a book.
Mm.
It's called the Handbook of the Yoruba Religious Concepts. Now, the Yoruba, for those who don't know, this is also the African Hebrews. And this is another book I got. It's called Ancient Egypt and Black Africa. The Karnak etymology. Egyptology. Them are some books I got, man, that I'm gonna be. My man gave me this book. My man Will gave me this book for a wedding gift. He gave me this one and another one.
The Conspiracy to Destroy Black
Boys.
Uh.
So we on, man. So I'm gonna need y'all wake up, woken, awakened in paragraphs, man.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try to figure out something.
Yeah, but that's with y'all. We don't really got too much tonight. We want to give honor to our parents. And I mean our family, the women in our lives.
To our mothers.
And our mothers, our mothers, you know, right. and for those who have significant others or somebody that's standing in the gap, we want to just give all the women that have children, that has been there for their children, happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Happy Mother's Day.
Y'all.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Thank you.
Without y'all, we wouldn't be here.
That's amen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I almost said so. Let me be quiet. Let me quit talking to my auntie on here. I want to say nothing to my auntie on here.
What?
I said, let me be quiet, my auntie on here. I'm trying to show respect, auntie.
What you want to say?
If I was with my boys, I would say it. But I ain't with my boys. I'm with y'all. I'm with the world.
You always say what you want to say.
Okay. Thank you for. No, man, I'm just playing. hey, Zach said, what's up, Sobo? Sobo, Zach said, what's up a long time ago, but you weren't listening, or you weren't here yet, Zach. But he said, what's up to you a while ago.
What up, Zach?
All right.
Yeah. So, y'all want to give a shout out? You guys shout out, Sobo?
And shout out my crew, the man who rode the horse. Shout out my crew, I was plumbing, keeping Sobo 11th Avenue Hobo busy, excuse me. Shout out, you know, everybody around Gary. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Tank G and them 219, them radio and them. And shout out Zach, Chief, you know, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And shout out you and Convo with Cino. What up, Cino? I know you want me on the show. You know you want some real commentary. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Some stuff.
He said some
L, you want the second part on code? Holla at me. You know what I mean? Um, Shout out, yeah, just everybody happy Mother's Day.
Thank
You
you.
know, God bless everybody. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, yeah.
Okay. I want to send, on behalf of On Code, I want to send our condolences to my man, to our other panel member,
Yeah.
Mr. Napier, Paul Napier, and the loss of his mother, the matriarch of their family.
Oh.
Want to send a heartfelt condolences to them. And
Yeah.
my brother, I try to get down there. Hopefully I'll be down there, Saturday to come check you out, man, and be there not only as your friend and as a class chaplain, but just as a brother, man. You feel me? So,
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
times I wasn't able to go to a lot of my people's home goings, their family members, but I'm gonna try my best to get to everybody I can. But brother, we here for you, man, and we praying for you. And
Praying
to
for
my homegirl, Sean Arms, lost her sister. My condolences to you too, sis.
right.
We praying for you. What I'm saying, and all your family members and your sister, your niece down there in California. My homegirl, Tracy White, from the projects, we praying for you, girl. You lost your mom. I know Mother's Day kind of rough for you right now, but we
Right.
praying for you as well, Tracy, what I'm saying? Because I know how I feel. I ain't gonna lie. I be kind of mad around Mother's Day. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold nobody up. I ain't, it kind of do me something dirty on Mother's Day. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You feel me? But I want to just send something out to everybody, man, who mother's not here. Showboat 11th Avenue, Hobo, um, Cool Onion, all y'all moms, who's not here. I just, they all have a spot in my heart because y'all got a spot in my heart. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I just pray everybody make it through this, these next couple, just all these holidays coming up and your mom's not there, it hit a little different. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And I also want to send a shout out to I went to Gary the other day, snuck in, snuck out. We got to take care of some business.
Hmm.
And we went to one of our co-hosts, Verlene's, her sister, the Bardens. They have a what do you call it? Popcorn world. They have, I think my man Larry just popped in. They have a popcorn shop over on Grant Street, off Grant Street, in the Country Market Plaza.
County Market,
So
yeah.
if y'all ever in Gary, go down there and get some of that popcorn.
Yeah.
I got the popcorn I got was the strawberry shortcake.
Mm.
It's very sweet. And I'll probably take it to work tomorrow to eat at work tomorrow. But it's strawberry shortcake and it's good, man. So go check them out. Black owned business. It's a
Yeah.
franchise. They got one here and somebody else got one in Indianapolis. I haven't been to one in Indianapolis, but I had to go to the crib first and check theirs out. And that's my girl Verlene, her people, so go check them out, man. They got thriving business. They doing their thing, man. And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful
Got
thing. It look good up in there, man. The popcorn tastes good. You
I
know what I'm
heard.
saying? We support our own. You feel me? I
Mm-hmm.
also want to send a shout. Who else was it I want to send a shout out to? Well, of course, you already said Tank G 219 Radio featuring 8 Wall. Zach
Yeah,
CNC
shout out
Radio.
Taylor Academy. We shout out Unified Vision, the boss,
Yes, sir.
VJ, otherwise known as Venetia Davis, the boss.
Yes, yes. And also Leo's Love and Care. We appreciate y'all. Keep on doing y'all thing. And also to my man Malcolm Cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Malcolm
219
P.
Connected. You already know how it go. Capo Ken folks all day. My man.
Kim
Oh yeah,
Capo.
I hollered my man the other day, man. It felt so good to talk to my brother the other day, man. I talked to my brother K Dog, man. If y'all don't know, that's one of the original members from Ken folks. But that's also my man, family members, you know what I'm saying? Sean Shiver's little nephew, you know what I'm saying? So it's just been love, man. And I appreciate all y'all, man, for doing what y'all doing. I appreciate everybody standing the gap. Goldie, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you, baby. We appreciate you. My man Larry, thank you for joining, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a plum pressure for you to come on the show. Big brother Zach, thank you as always, man, for doing your thing, man. Love you, man. Keep your head up. Urban Dweller, we appreciate you, my brother. Keep your head up over there, man, doing what you're doing. And everybody else that's on the podcast we missed. And the real deal. We can't wait to get the real deal on the show. So when you come on the show, y'all, it's gonna be a special treat because this man has been honestly 8 or 9 years in a row as the #1 poet in the state of Indiana.
So
y'all come check the #1 poet laureate.
Oh, I heard that word before.
Yeah. He's the man. He do a lot of poetry, like I said, like Rudy Ray Moore them. He go way back. Matter of fact, Sobo, we had one of his CDs back in 2010 when we were staying in Carmel, and he had the one we used to listen to all the time about the construction on the highway. When this shit gonna end? Remember we listened to that CD riding around in the car? You don't remember? You remember that?
Nah.
We used to listen to it all the time, riding around. That's when we used to drink the Woodford Reserve. I don't drink no more. That's when we used to drink the Woodford Reserve. And we used to ride around 465, and the highway was always messed up. And he had a whole CD like about.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
That's what I'm talking about. He's still doing his thing, man.
Oh, okay. So we gonna have him on the show.
He said he gonna come on. He wanted to just look at the show to see what the format was, so he'll know what he can come on and say and different things like that. So I sent him an invite. But like I said, I was at the house trying to, me and April, we trying to move. So we was looking at another crib, and I was flying trying to get back here to start the podcast on time. So I forgot I didn't send it to him till late, but he jumped on though. You feel me? He jumped on. Not gonna send a shout, man. Of course, send a shout to my baby, man, Red Rose. She been holding me down, you feel me? And also to my partner in crime, So Bold, 11th Avenue, Hobo, having overcome boundaries and obstacles. You feel me, baby? We out here, we in here, and it's going down, man. Nasha, Mr. Soulmate. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Verlene, Paul, all y'all, man. Norman, everybody, man. Everybody been putting in work, man. Melissa, Dusty.
Yeah,
everybody, Kia Thomas. Thank you, Kia, for watching. And they also said some more. We gotta get on TikTok. So I'm gonna send some of the videos to TikTok too.
Hey, what up?
Also, I got the video we did with Malcolm on Facebook. I mean on YouTube.
What video?
I got the one we did with Zach on YouTube too.
Talking about last week?
Oh, you did?
It's on YouTube now. So check us out on YouTube under Chill Wheel AVH1. So if you want to check us out, it's on Chill Wheel AVH1, and you can see some of On Code podcasts. Feel me? That's Chill Wheel AVH1. And in case you don't know what that means I'm Chill Wheel Ivanhoe's #1.
That's what that means.
Feel me? That's what that means. Chill Wheel AVH1, baby.
Okay, all right now.
The Prince of Poverty's Paradise.
I'm gonna say what everybody else on the podcast is thinking. Take off running down Taft Street.
What?
You think what?
Everybody better take off running down Taft Street. Right there.
Run down.
I know that's right. Oh, and also people from Popcorn World, LeBaron Burton, we're gonna try to get them to come on the show as well, and holler at them. So like I said, we networking, man, and then also Mr. Bateman, that's the gentleman that got the books also. Matter of fact, he got his book right here. Like I said, he was falsely in prison for a lot of years. So, okay. Here go his book right here. Can y'all see that?
It say could cry if butterfly bullets could
if bullets could cry. This is the book he wrote while he was incarcerated.
Really? And he got it published?
Yeah, his sister, which we know she did a lot of stuff for him while he was incarcerated. Oh, wow. But a couple weeks ago, about maybe a month or so ago, I went to one of his shows where he had a show showcasing his art and everything. I had it on my Facebook page. I'll probably post the individual pictures again because I did a reel. So I'll probably just post the individual pictures. But his name is Vernon T. Bateman. You know what I'm talking about? He was falsely accused of a rape that he didn't do, and they locked him up. And there was so much controversy. Then they eventually got him out of prison. But because he sued the prison and so many other different things, they got him under such a restraint that he could barely move around the state. And he was found not guilty. Even the prosecutors came back and said this man wasn't guilty, but the administration at the time in Gary, Indiana, not the administration, but the police departments and everything, they locked the brother up and just straight railroaded him. You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody we're going to interview as well, but I got to go to his location, an undisclosed location, to interview him because he can't have a regular cell phone and internet, none of that type of stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go to him. And that's what me and Sobo doing. We doing the unthinkable and the impossible, but we showcasing Gary talent. And also we're gonna have a series coming up called On Code Gangster Chronicles, where we're gonna talk to people who were the architects of some of the most influential structures in the city of Gary and organizations, and how they started and where they're at now as far as being a force for good versus the force of evil that they was back then. So it's gonna be called On Code Gangster Chronicles. And then my man Chino Sobo, he works on Monday.
Elder.
Yes, sir.
You can't use Gangster Chronicles because them West Coast dudes they say Gangster Chronicles.
Okay, cool. Well, we know what the original
one.
What you want to call it then?
Well, no, because I don't want them coming around here talking about.
No, you cool. You're right. You're right. What you want to call it then?
Because you know how they is. You know, in California.
Yeah, we're changing
What you want to call it then?
We'll brainstorm something, but you know.
Yeah, brainstorm something.
Okay, but that's what it is, y'all.
All right.
We showcasing our own. We showcasing everybody. You know, I'm in Indianapolis, Sobo, y'all there in Gary. We got other people, other spots in the world. But if you from Gary, Indiana, and you down with the Gary, Indiana struggle, we trying to make sure the struggle is put out there in a positive manner. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we on, baby. We on code. And I'm your man, Elder Eli L, and this is my co-host.
I'm Sobo, 11th Avenue Hobo. Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles.
And I want to send a shout out to Nasa, Mr. Soulmate. And thank y'all, Goldie and Larry, for joining us. We appreciate y'all. And everybody on Facebook that joined us and tapped in, we appreciate y'all. And maybe another week or two or so, we're going to switch the format so we can send it out to more people. And
who is that? Again, Larry, did I know? What Larry is that?
No, this is Larry. This is my brother that worked with me. Okay. And he also, Sobo, he been faithfully watching our podcast. He like what we're doing. And he said, you know, he got another guy. He been spreading our stuff around, man. You know, so like I said, man, we growing organically, brother.
Thank you, Larry. We trying our best.
All right. Y'all doing great.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Love. I got to give it 4:30 in the morning. You know, I changed my work schedule, so now I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. And, and we're an hour ahead of y'all.
That's right. So, okay.
Love.
All right. Goldie gone.
Oh, yeah. Larry said he was going to, not Larry, but Paul said he might make us some theme music, man.
Yeah, that Paul knows. Yeah, we're praying for Paul and his family.
Good night, Fats.
Good night. We finna go. What Fats?
We only got no one.
What?
We only know one.
Oh, she don't like that name.
That's my sister. She love everything about me, what I do.
She told me she wanted to be called Venetia. Now she told me.